Guys, so
Good morning.
Good morning. Good to see you guys.
Nice to see you.
I've got to say, this is the first time I've ever been at a bar at 8 a.m. First time for you
Not
guys?
for me.
Well, the first time I've showed up at 8.
Yes. Yeah.
But have we closed it down in our younger
Yeah.
years a couple of times?
A tad.
But this is not just, this is a great restaurant here. They got good food here, and it's a bit torturous because kind of avoiding Kevin's training for a movie. He looks phenomenal.
Look fantastic.
He's lost a lot of
thank
weight.
you. Kidding me?
It's true.
Yeah.
And
Morale.
we keep taking him to all these great spots, and he's not able to partake in the food.
That is tough. It is a little bit of a battle, and it's certainly in front of me, and it's testing my will.
Because God knows here in Texas, we've got no good food.
Yeah, there's no.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Some of the best barbecue, you can just smell it. And poor KJ's
Just ask those
drinking
guys.
green shakes
Yeah.
and
those
touching
guys,
his toes and then hitting the mitts.
That's right.
But you look good. No one told me a young Steve McQueen would be traveling with me, so I think it's exciting.
Touching the toes and hitting the
You
mitts.
do. You touch the
Yes.
toes and you hit the mitts.
That's
You're
right.
starting for a UFC movie.
Yeah.
Excellent. To be completely honest, I've never been able to touch my toes in my entire life.
You're kidding me.
I cannot. To
Well,
this
let's
day,
make that happen right now.
I got to get
Maybe
you
if
in the
I sit
Pilates.
on you.
I got to
yeah.
get you in the Pilates.
Yeah.
I'm the least limber person you will ever meet. In
I
your
don't
life.
believe it, and I want to stop that negativity. Eject that tape. You're better than that.
Eject that tape.
Sometimes the ones that feel like they're the least limber are actually the most limber.
Right.
But you're afraid of your talent.
That's right. You're
the
afraid of your
limberness.
own muscles.
Not that you would want to do it, but you could probably get those legs wrapped around your head. That's a different story. I'm not saying that you want to be that limber, but I'm just saying you probably could stretch it out.
See, you guys are making me feel very confident
Well,
about
it's
this.
true.
I'm
You
feeling
should,
good. I'm feeling good
absolutely.
about
We're only a
myself.
mirror of the great energy you're putting out, bro.
That's right.
That's good. That's gonna be on my on my tombstone. It's gonna be Vince Vaughn told me. We're only a mirror.
I like that.
Good
No
stuff.
question, buddy.
Good things. I've got to ask. Obviously, you guys have a very particular situation in the movie. What is the most difficult thing you've ever had to tell each other?
I had to tell Vince that I wasn't his brother. That when we met,
What?
we went through this. I'm not going to do this again. It's like
What?
you have amnesia or something. I keep telling you.
You know what, man?
No.
Not cool.
No.
Not cool.
Come on. Come back.
Vince.
All right.
Vince. Come on, man.
You're my brother.
Please.
You know what?
Vince.
I'm going to finish the interview.
Thank you.
Because I'm going to finish the interview.
You're a professional.
Because I'm a professional, and because I respect you and I respect your time.
Thank you. Thank you. Really
But
good.
not cool,
We're just.
bro.
Now it's your turn. What's the hardest thing you've ever had to tell Kevin?
That I pretty much never want to see him again.
Well, this has just gotten out of control. But it
I
had
mean
to
it.
happen.
I mean it, Kevin.
Sometimes
Kevin,
you got to.
I don't ever want to see you again.
You got to rip the Band-Aid off and
You're
just
not
make things
my
happen.
brother. You know what I mean? You're not my brother.
We are brothers, but we're not. We don't have this.
I like to continue with the interview.
Well,
And I like to finish with a professional relationship without any love or any respect. Sorry.
would
go
you
ahead.
guys like me to stand between? Would that make you
Yeah,
feel better?
actually, I would. Come in the middle.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. I hate to. I'm sorry to throw off the cameras.
It's all right.
So let me ask you guys. Now that I feel that we're friends,
I would hit
If-
you right now if you weren't. If
this man wasn't so limber,
if you weren't,
he would kick you in the face.
If you weren't as trained as you are with hitting the mitts and the Thai boxing and
And
the
the
ground
touching of the
game,
toes?
I would take a swing at you.
Well-
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, it's fine. I feel that we're all very close now. I feel
I'm
like brothers.
If you like, almost like brothers. If you found out that my girlfriend were cheating on me, would you guys tell me? I would need you guys to tell me.
Well, if it's your best friend, I think you have to tell. But I think what's fun about the movie is Ron does a good job of kind of laying out an obstacle course. So we're business partners. Things have been going really bad. We have a big opportunity. And so there's a lot of fun tension in the movie. It's almost a comedic thriller.
Right.
You know, I always say to people, they came to us, we said, of course we would tell. And then, you say, well, what if their kid was getting married the next day? Would you wait till after the wedding? So it's more of how do you do it without, and I think you saw the wrong way of doing it here today. And Kevin dropped the "I'm not your brother" bomb on me.
I want to put you guys back together. I believe that
feeling
you
good
can
again.
do it. We're getting all tied up in the cords. I'm trying to make you guys feel better.
Okay.
So guys, I want to ask, how do you feel about electric cars?
Well, in the movie, we're characters playing a part, and I'm glad that thing's moved behind us.
I was
because-
did you feel that it was kind of blown out of proportion?
I thought it was, but look, that conversation comes up time to time. But the reality is, when you start drawing lines about what you can or can't joke about, who decides and where does it stop? So, we never look to hurt anyone's feelings.
No, it's not our
we
intention.
always are making comedy and having fun. But it's something that comes up time to time. But I'm glad that sort of moved past, and we're excited about the movie.
Absolutely. I've had the pleasure of talking to Ron Howard a few times, and he's absolutely the nicest guy I've ever met. But something tells me that he has a dark side.
There's definitely a dark side to Ron.
What are some of the sides of Ron that you guys have seen that the rest of the world doesn't know?
I'll tell you, I've not only seen him, I felt him.
Yeah.
I've gotten a boot kicking by Ron a couple times. He's just not the nice guy. Opie walking down to the fishing hole.
I got asked to come and do his trailer, and
Yeah.
he was eating donuts with whipped cream on them. and doing shots of wild turkey.
Is that how you got the role in the film?
No, I already had the role in the film. And I said, Ron, what's going on? He says, I'm just, doing my thing, having some snacks. I said, just weird, you got these donuts lined up, you're eating them, you're doing some booze here. And he was like, you know what? Judge not, thee be judged. So I said, okay, cool, I left the trailer. We never talked about it again.
That's how it goes with him.
I figured.
Whipped cream and wild turkey.
He's probably going to pop up behind this bar somewhere. And
Yeah,
you
I
guys
would
don't
imagine
even realize
so.
it. You guys have a great scene in the film wherever you reenact the miracle speech that has been done a few different times. What are some great movie speeches that you wish would come up in real life that you could just step up and just deliver that speech?
Oh gosh, I would have to say the miracle speech. That was a good one. Kurt Russell did it in the movie Miracle.
And then that kid did it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Which was funny, that
Yeah.
Herb Brooks speech.
My goal in life is to deliver the Independence Day speech that the
Oh, that's a
president
good one
gives at the
too.
end.
That's a nice
Why
one.
don't you give us, not the whole Sunday,
Yeah,
but
just
the pink little spoon
Yeah,
right
give us a
now.
little sample.
Today, we celebrate our Independence Day.
Pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Pretty good. That was freaking fantastic. What are you
think
talking
it
about?
was.
Yeah, that was
It
good.
was.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff, not great. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you guys, we'll work on
I'll
it.
be honest.
We'll work on it. I mean, and
Good
maybe,
stuff,
You know,
not great
Maybe
stuff.
maybe if you were more supportive, Kevin would be your brother.
I'm just being honest with you that I thought you did a nice job. If you were in a talent show, I'd be like, that guy's good.
That's
but
a-
if I
that's
paid
a-
to see you on Broadway, I'd be like, I gotta get out of this show. But
Yeah.
that's just. But the good news is, the journey is to improve. You're not. We all want results, but
Right.
all you have to do is the direct feeling, knowing you did the best you could to
That's
be the
it.
best you
If
could
you
be.
if you
did
completed
you were
that, then
successful.
you did. You
My
won.
opinion
You're a
doesn't
winner.
matter.
Okay.
You're a winner.
Well, next time I see you guys, I'll work on it, and then
I don't want you to live your life trying to please this old guy right here. I want you to live it to please this guy right here. Do me a favor.
Touch your toes.
I can't touch my toes.
All right. Well, then don't.
You can be pretty,
Whatever.
You can be pretty tough on my friend, the newscaster, and he's a pretty great guy. I want you to go easy on him, okay?
Okay.
Get in here. Love you, bud.
Love you. This is good stuff.
Good. I love you
you,
too,
guys.
I love
brother.
you too, I'm sorry. I just wasn't prepared to hear it.
I know.
I respect
I
you
know.
for telling
I
me.
know.
I understand.
I had to make it happen.
An absolute honor.
No, you are my brother. That I wanted to tell you.
I'm okay with that. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much, Matt.